What's up? You're mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure did. Sure did. Mm-hmm. Judge ye not. Judge me not. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I know what you're thinking. Why? Why? Well, for a couple of reasons. Yes, granted, I could have easily turned the air up, but um perimenopause don't play. Sister Perry been on my ass for a while now. So listen, you might see me with this on and then you gonna blink and then I ain't gonna have it on. Now listen, for those of you guys in the in the back, not you, and not you, but for the weirdos in the back. For the weirdos, not you in particular, but I'm fully dressed. Homegirl is fully clothed. Okay, and I want you to know that yeah. So it ain't none of that going on here. I'm just a little cold. But slowly but surely, well, not even slowly, I'm gonna start getting a little hot because Sister Perry gonna still take over. She's still in the building, and yeah, we're gonna rock like that. Okay, so, and then on top of that, some of you guys who do go to people podcasts, what they doing? Okay, they sitting up in people couches, no shoes, no socks on, throw pillows everywhere, throw covers everywhere. They got on booties, hoodies zipped up to their throat. They doing podcasts in lawn chairs and in the back in the backyard, in the back of a truck. Okay, so what? You logged on and now you see me wrapped up in this blanket. Don't judge me. Don't come for me unless I care to see it for you. With that being said, welcome to the Eyam Queen Podcast. Round of applause. Round of applause. We made it in. We made it in. Where spirituality mixed with practicality, we blend. We blend them both. Healing with common sense and growth with what? Sprinkle of love. Okay, so I'm your host with the most. I'm Queen, aka AJ, aka A Dub to a few, aka Mrs. I'm wrapped up in this mother blanket. Mrs. I don't give a damn. Ooh. Listen. We are here. This is a space where we heal, laugh, get a good kiki, grow, and become what you was always meant to be. So grab your tea, your journal, your snacks, your whatever, your blankets, your bonnets, and whatever that's gonna get you through the night. We here. Okay. So well, hold on. Sister Perry taking over. Hold on. Okay. All right. That might be a little better. Okay, so I think I can, because I started to get a little sweat on my neck, and then yeah. So yeah, like I told you, I'm fully dressed. Homegirl is dressed, and just a little wrapped up, and then it might even get a little hotter. As I move around. I don't know, y'all. Perimenopause is a thing. It ran in my family. It runs in my family. Somebody it ran. I wish it would run. But if you know, you know. Okay, so now before we get into some things, first and foremost, how you doing? How you feeling? How was your week? Let me know. Put it down in the comment section, because here we're building a community. This is a safe space. So yeah, let me know how you feel. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me tell you. So my week, It was pretty good. It was pretty okay. Yeah, I just, work is work. Work gonna continue to work, and we gonna get into some work stuff. Okay. Um, as far as my weight loss journey, I'm doing pretty good. I lost about, I think, I want to say maybe 8 pounds this week. So, for me, I just want to, be consistent and continue to take my time, because for me, I'm really am investing into myself, investing into my journey. So, I'm grateful for that. Every time I lose a pound, I'm always saying thank you. Like me losing 2 pounds a day, I'm grateful, because it is a process. And yeah, we just gonna keep moseying along. Oh, and one more thing, we had an altercation this week. No shade, no shade. Yeah, so I had to do a PSA because somebody jumped down in the DMs, and they're Christian, and they made it very clear that they believe that I was evil, and that I was, doing devil's work and all this other, all this stuff. And I took a moment, I thought about it, and then, no lie, I read them the filth. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. And it's because, on my other channel, if you don't know my other channel, it's Eyam Queen Reads, and I do oracle and tarot readings. And so I'm naturally gifted. I'm naturally intuitive. I don't need the tools, but I use them. And primarily I use them for you guys so you can see, because some people are visionaries. Some people like to see the story. Some people like to see, what you see. And so I use, tarot cards, oracles as a visionary tool for you guys. And so I just want people to just stop judging. I just want people to stop being so critical. And I get it. You can be convicted into your beliefs. And that's okay. Everybody's path is going to be different. We're all different. But to come in hot and saying that I'm evil and all this stuff, you don't even know me. And granted, I didn't have to give them no attention. I didn't have to give them no energy. But I believe heavily in reciprocity. So if you bring me smoke, I'm bringing you meat. You bring me smoke, I'm bringing brisket. I'm bringing the wood. I'm bringing the fire. I'm bringing the coals. I'm bringing the fire starter. Whatever you on, I'm on. Now I'm trying to now listen, I ain't been righteous my whole life. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to evolve. God's still working on me. Okay, so that person, they came in hot for my liking. I didn't like that. I mean, well, I should have said too hot for my liking. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, I just had to read them because they just came at me crazy. So I just was like, okay, PSA for you other people, out there that is convicted in your beliefs. Hey, respect. I get it. I understand. But just respect my path like I respect yours. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, so hopefully that message was received in love. Because I sent it in love or disrespect, whatever you want. No disrespect, but I'm both, respectfully and disrespectfully. Whatever you want, however you want to take it, you can take it. So with that being said, you guys, let's get into y'all like girl. Oh, that girl. Yeah, I'm both light and I am, I understand the darkness. I went through some things. I could be triggered. So, for me, just talk to me nice. As my good friend would say, talk to me nice. So today's episode is for anyone who has ever cried in their car before work, after work, in between work. Okay. dreaded checking their emails. I know, I felt it. Questioned their worth because of a job. Okay? Or stayed at a toxic workplace. My God. Yeah, we taking it there. Don't worry. We got other topics that's coming in. And yeah, tonight is one of them. Yeah. Because if you had to stay at that damn job, that toxic workplace, because they had to pay, or you had to pay, you had to pay them bills. Yep. Sis, sir, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the healing of workplace abuse. My God. I'm serious. Workplace abuse. Tonight, we are talking about healing from workplace abuse. Workplace abuse is a real thing, you guys. I know if you know, you know. And I know primarily a lot of us have experienced workplace abuse. Excuse me. Hold on, let me go on ahead. It's getting a little toasty. Y'all see my big Capricorn shirt? Shout out to my mama. She got me this Capricorn shirt. I love it. Yeah, like workplace abuse is a real thing. It is a real thing, y'all. And the majority of us have suffered from it. If you haven't, keep on saying good morning. I don't wish workplace abuse on nobody. Workplace abuse can look like being constantly criticized, made to feel like you're not good enough, you're not doing enough, you're feeling belittled, having unrealistic expectations placed on you, timelines that don't make not a damn sense. I'm laughing, but I'm serious, and you gonna find me laughing. Sometimes you gotta laugh to prevent from crying, y'all. I'm one of them people that I can turn anything that's dark funny, because sometimes you just got to do that to clear out the energy, because it be heavy on the shoulders. Having to deal with being overworked, underpaid, and undepreciated. Hello. Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm overworked. Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm cooked. Turn me over. Turn me over. I'm done. Take me out the oven. My God, take me out the oven, because I'm cooked. Burnt to the core. Okay, so part of workplace abuse, being contacted off the clock. How let me try to figure out how I'm gonna say this. How many of y'all have received an abundance of emails on your off day, or you got that call, so and so didn't come in? What they got to do with me? What they got to do with me? Or being contacted on your vacay? My God. Being gaslit into believing you're the problem because you are a high performer. Having to deal with your boundaries being ignored, people all around your desk hovering, your boss micromanaging. And I mean, micromanaging. We're going to get into micromanaging. And feeling punished for speaking up. Ain't this crazy? Workplace, y'all. Workplace abuse is such a thing. It is such a thing. And from my experience of workplace abuse, I believe it is a lot of demon attachments, spiritual attachments. It's a war field, y'all. It is really a war field. And that's when the work stops being about the job and it just becomes an environment that just tears up your nervous system. When I say the Bible says you got to put on the whole armor of God, I'm telling you, you got to put on the whole armor of God before you step into certain places. Because I'm telling you, Workplace abuse just drains you, tears up your nervous system, makes you question who you are, create insecurities that was never there. It just makes you feel like, what is this all for? Like, what? I came here for one thing, and every day I'm leaving with something else that don't even belong to me. What are we doing? What are we doing? And it can just be so heavy, y'all. It could just be so heavy when I tell you that it is a battlefield. It is a cesspool for narcissism, excuse me. It is a cesspool for egos, pride, greed, all of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony. When I tell you, it is a cesspool. And I don't think that a lot of people have properly or effectively processed their experience with workplace abuse. I really don't. It's like being in a narcissistic relationship and having not processed. Some of you guys have been and have experienced workplace abuse after abuse after abuse after abuse. And then you don't even know how it's affecting you. Like how it is affecting your relationship dynamics, how it's affecting your marriages, how it's affecting your partnerships, how it's affecting your friendships, how it's affecting how you treat your kids, your family members. Yeah. Workplace abuse is no joke. Work abuse don't even stay at work. Like I said, it comes home with you. It follows you. It follows you. You become irritable, anxious, weary, wounded, worn out, tired, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, exhausted, emotionally drained, detached. Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm detached. Less creative, less motivated, more depressed, hyper vigilant, hyper independent. The job was not just taking your time, but it's taking your core. It's taking you out. It's taking your confidence. It's taking everything. And it's sad because I'm pretty sure nobody wakes up every day and says, I'm going to work to become destroyed. I'm going to work to lose pieces of me. I'm fighting so hard to manage myself that it feels like I'm losing a sense of myself. And nobody really talks about this. Nobody really talks about work abuse and how to really deal with it, how to really heal from it, how to acknowledge it first, and it's because culturally, condition wise, we were brought up, some of us was, not everybody, we were brought up to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard it got, no matter if you're suffering mentally, emotionally, you stick with it. You don't leave your job, especially if you are of color. A lot of us was taught that. I know for my grandmother, rest her soul, she did not believe in throwing the towel in. She didn't believe in that. She was definitely a hard worker until she couldn't work no more. And yes, granted, those beliefs, those conditions could have been a root. Slavery could have been a root of that. But it's just, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to say it in a negative context. I'm just being honest. Like, for those of us that were told, like, you don't never, give up on your job. You never throw in the towel, no matter what happens. I've even had, my grandmother used to tell me as a teenager, you know, you got to kiss a little ass. You got to kiss a little ass. And I used to look at her like, lady, I ain't kissing no ass. Is you crazy? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Granny, no disrespect. Love you. We ain't doing that. And I knew right then and there, I'm different. I'm cut different. We not doing that. I don't know. Maybe I got my daddy. My daddy, he one of them ones that don't give no damn. He gonna speak his mind. That man gonna speak his mind, and he not gonna let nobody disrespect him on no level, not at no job. And I think I get that from him, because my grandmother, you know, she tried her best, you know, and I get it. You know, it was out of survival. It was out of just trying to make do while you can. And yeah, no, I get that. I ain't taking no shit. Gator don't take no shit. Just say. But yeah, we try our best to stay with jobs. I don't think nobody on this planet that is working, you know, just want to uproot, lose everything that they worked extremely hard for. Nobody wants to go through that. But life be lifing. And you know, we do the best that we can with what we have. And it sucks to feel like it's never enough. It sucks to feel like other people got other agendas and other intentions that don't have shit to do with the goddamn job. I just want to come and do my job. That's it. I just want to do my 8 and skate, my 14 and skate. However long you at work, I just want to do my job. That's it. But you want to come in with your insecurities, your daddy issues, your mama issues, your wounds, and just project. I just want to do my job. But yeah, so we stay at these jobs longer than we should sometimes because we're loyal by nature. We stay because we're scared. You know, we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to lose everything that we have acquired, especially if you had a hard knock life, the beginning of your life, you know. Sometimes we stay because we are convinced that we have no other options. This is it. Although we've come to the end of the road, it's unnatural. Nay who? Okay, I'm just saying. Although we've come to the end of the road, some people get so worn down by work abuse, they just say, fuck it. They just throw their hands up and say, it is. Have your way. Have your way. That's where that detachment comes in. And then all along, you stop sleeping well. You don't eat right. Your dreams, you're horrified. You're drained. Your joy disappears. You begin to be losing your edges, your mind. Your cortisol levels is up. You're gaining all this weight. You got fat around your ankles. You're surviving instead of living. You're surviving instead of enjoying life. You can't even properly enjoy your days off without feeling like, damn, I gotta go back. For those that experience work abuse. Now, is this topic for everybody? No. Some people have good jobs and great careers, and they sleep well at night. They get to eat fruit. They take their lunch. They enjoy their life. They enjoy their job, and that's fine. But we're not talking about that. We talking about work abuse. We talking about those that go to work and get their ass handed to them every single day. Now, here's my thing. I'm not above working hard. I've always been a hard worker my entire life. I jumped off the porch at 18. It ain't above me. It is not above me. I don't hate working. In fact, I get fulfilled when I'm doing something. I feel motivated. I feel encouraged. I like to keep going. I like to give my best to the things that I'm investing my time and energy into. Energy into. But your girl get exhausted from being mistreated. I'm telling you. Don't you get exhausted when you feel like your enough isn't enough, and you know by nature you're a high performer. Like me, I have an A+ personality. So for me, I'm a push to the nines every time. And it just sucks that you can go as hard as you want, show up every day, never call in, show up on time, come back from lunch on time, do your best, and it's just never enough. And I want to tell you, first things first, I want to tell you, those of you guys who may be experiencing work abuse and don't even know, or you've came to the realization that you are experiencing work abuse. Let me tell you, let me pour into you. You are not lazy. You are not incompetent. You are not difficult. You are tired. You are wounded. And you are just trying to survive. You just trying to be. You just trying to do. You just trying to take care of your kids, take care of your family. You're just doing the best that you can. And I want you to applaud yourself for that. Because no matter what happens at that damn job, you show up regardless. You still show up every day. Just the fact that you show up, give yourself a round of applause. Because not everybody is resilient in that regard. Not everybody has that level of commitment to anything, not everybody. You're wired differently. You are a soldier. You are militant. So I just know, and it truly sucks to watch good people leave a job because of micromanaging, poor leadership, not enough support, misinformed, just misguided, misdirected. Like it sucks because I have been a part of some amazing teams, have met the most amazing, talented people I have ever met in my entire life. I can say that with my chest. I've met some phenomenal people. Whether if I ran across them in the hospital, I ran across them in a school, in an institution. If I ran across you when I had my time working in Target, whether if I saw you in the Galleria, like the mall, like I've ran across some phenomenal people. And the worst thing, besides feeling that heaviness, is watching them become a husk of who they were when they first came through the door. It's one thing to feel it and live it and be that, but it's another to watch someone who has charisma, who's peaceful, who's funny, who's loving, who's kind, even the flawed people, the people with the most flaws. Like watching people deteriorate in spirit because they're in an environment that you can't even thrive in. And it's messed up because the plot is lost. The plot is lost. It's not even about the job anymore. It stopped being about the job a long time ago. It became about politics, social climbing, favoritism, all that combined in the politics of it all, and feeding people's ego and narcissism. And it's a shame because you can have a great institution, a great store, a great product. You can have an amazing opportunity and it gets lost in the sauce because people can't get past, they can't heal. They can't redirect their energy. And let me tell you, I have met also, and let me speak to leadership. Oh yes, we finna unpack some shit tonight. Or pack out some people. No shade. Shade, but no shade. When it comes to leadership, which plays a heavy role in the dismantling of a team. There's so many managers, supervisors, team leads, admin reps, you name it, that has demon attachments. They have so many attachments. They have so many attachments. It's not even funny. And they bring that shit to work. These people don't have no control at home. They don't like their life. They miserable. And they don't even care about the job. They don't care about the work being done. They don't care. Their primary goal is looking for you to pour into them. They're looking for you to heal their issues. They want you to fight their demons. They looking for you to heal their abandonment wounds. I said it. And I mean it. They do. Any kind of pushback, authenticity, any kind of ingenuity, any kind of real, like, constructive criticism. You know, they can sometimes be like, yeah, give me feedback. No, you don't. You don't want no feedback in real life. You ever sat in meetings? And if you know, you know. You done sat in a meeting and you already knew when they first sent you the invite, it was going to be some bullshit. I'm going to be honest. You knew it was going to be some bullshit. Because the meeting is not about how we can effectively grow together as a team. It's about Darvo. It's about shifting blame. Them being victims. It's your fault. Even if they see you do the work, it's still your fault. And no resolve. Being in a work, you will know if you are in a workplace environment that is abusive when there is no resolve to any of the issues. It's just a loophole. It's loops of issues with no resolve. No, nothing. You're going nowhere. It is a broken system that nobody cares to truly fix or invest the time and the effort to really fix it. It is just your job to sit back and get abused. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about that because work abuse is a real thing, you guys. And I know for a lot of people, especially for the boomer generation and Gen X, you know, not to call no gen people out, but for the way back in the past generations, they took a lot of shit. They felt like they had to. Like I said, my grandmother was raised in that mindset. Like, you have to do this. You have to accept it. Don't worry about it. If your boss call you a bitch, it's okay. It's all right. You know, if somebody is belittling you, talking to you crazy, raising a voice, that's okay. It's all right. No, it's not. No, it's not. I knew that I was a millennial for show when I was like, nah, we not doing that. I knew I was different when I was like, nah, we not doing that. I've always been the type of person to speak up for myself. I'm like, I try to be very respectful and mindful, and I get it. You know, your experience is your experience. My experience is my experience. And we're both entitled to feel the way we feel. However, I know what abuse is. I know what abuse is. And so for me, I can't tolerate it. I can't. I'll figure out a way how to make some shake before I just sit there and tolerate it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get out your way real fast. I'm gonna get out your way because for me, my spirit, and I know, and let me say this: most people don't know how energy work. Energy work, how, especially when it's how it's connected to your emotions. When you are dysregulated emotionally, when you are unstable emotionally, that blocks a lot of things in your life. It prevents you from being able to connect to God, whatever your spiritual beliefs is. It blocks you. It puts you in a low vibrational state. It makes you anxious. It makes you fearful. You have so much worry, so much doubt of your own capabilities and skills and talents that you start to believe into the standard, the toxic standard of the job. I've been there. I've been in environments where I just I just used to cry in the car, cry in the restroom. One of the worst jobs, and I can't talk about nothing I never lived. Now, for all intents purposes, I'm not going say names or cause homegirl she can't afford no lawsuit. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't gonna put no names out there. We ain't gonna put no name on it. But I am gonna share my stories. There was this one particular job that I had, and it was the worst job I have ever experienced. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I was undertrained, overworked, underappreciated. I was the only person of color, ethnicity there. And they made it real obvious. They wasn't messing with your girl. And I'm not saying that people gotta like me. I'm not saying like, oh, we gotta be work besties or besties or anything, but they didn't like me. It was the most hardest situation I had to ever experience. I experienced that work abuse at the highest degree. I'm saying my first day there, I was given a whole bunch of work with no way of knowing how to do it. And then they turned around and said, "Oh, you got to be trained." Oh, riddle me this. Riddle me this. And then when they trained me, I had to shadow somebody for like 2 days. 2. And then after that, oh, you got it. Gave me a shitload of work, shitload of paperwork, high to the sky. I had to do everybody else's work because, all of a sudden people called in. People didn't show up. People went to lunch longer than they should. People was taking off in the middle of the day. The boss was always gone. And then when she came back, she expected me to execute stuff without no proper training. And then, Lord, she used to talk to me crazy. I remember in one particular situation, I would ask a lot of questions, and she would get annoyed because I asked a lot of questions. So then when I stopped asking, and then she said, "Well, why you ain't ask?" I said, "Because I assumed that you wanted me to do this." And so she said, "Well, if you assume, you know what they say with people that assume stuff, you make an ass out of yourself." And I was like, "What the hell?" It was at that point I was at my limit. I was at my limit. Yeah. Like it was, and she was a narcissist. She was a narcissist. And I'm talking about, if you wasn't kissing her ass, if you wasn't bringing her lunch, if you wasn't, kikiing with her and all this other stuff, she did not like you. It was weird. It was so weird to me because it was like, lady, I don't got no smoke for you. Like it was weird. It was weird. She used to be in everybody's business. And then like she was also a heavy pick me. So homegirl, if a man was talking to you that came from another department that you're talking about work, she'll interrupt. Won't even say excuse me, just get in between. But then if she's talking to a man about work and you wait till they finish and you just standing there and she'll be like, what the hell is your, it was weird. It was weird. Mind you, the lady was married. The hell are you on? Why is you so pissed off? Because somebody have to ask you a real valid question about the goddamn job. And you talking to a man. But then when somebody else is talking to a man, it's a problem. I'm telling you, they out there. X-Files, they out there. They out there. People like that should be studied. They should be studied because I'm telling you, it was the weirdest experience. Now, like I said, I've experienced all form of work abuse, but that right there, top tier experience of work experience. And I don't mean it in a good way. I do not mean it in a good way. And so how I handled that situation, I am not a person that likes to give up. I'm not the type of person. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if my hand's a little. Hold on now. We ain't finna get on here. Excuse me, y'all, for all that banging. My bad. Cause I look. Homegirl seen her hands was a little ashy. Hold on now. We not doing that. You know, I hold on. Let me get my hands together. Let me get my arms together. Hold on. Now, before I press play, I should have put this on. But anyway, now look. We look and we don't judge. If my hands looking like I done fried some chicken, I got popped a couple times, don't judge me. Okay. Don't look at my hands like that. Don't look at it. Don't look at it like I got a squeaky clean bald head. Yeah. But look, back to my point. So yeah, I'm not the person. I'm not the type of person to just throw in the towel. I'm not the type of person to just be like, okay, I'm gonna walk away. It took a lot. It was so hard. I cried. I called in just so I could lay on my couch and cry. And my two girlfriends, my two partners, my road dogs, they called me. And they was checking up on me and they was pouring into me. We was praying together. I mean, it was like we was rocking and praying and rocking and praying and rocking through that thing because I was like, baby, I'm done. I am done. There's nothing else I could possibly do about this situation. And so I sat with it and I said, God, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. And then I heard, excuse me, leave. And I didn't want to because that's not how I was brought up. That's not how I was taught. That's not how I was conditioned. But guess what? I had to get the fuck up out of there. Oh, turn to your neighbor and say, get the fuck out of there. Turn to your neighbor and say, get the fuck out of there. I did. So what I did, turned my car into the Batmobile, flew down there with a box, cleared out my desk. Mind you, it was after hours. And so it was the type of building that you have a cute, them cards, you could still get in even after hours. And some people stayed late because they did overtime. And so I went over there. I drove all the way to the other side of town. And it was about 7 something. I went over there with my box, took everything off that desk, unplugged everything. And I wrote a good old nice, nasty dissertation. I know it's dissertation, but a dissertation to my boss, her boss, the CEO and the HR. Oh, yes. I gave them, now, one of the pointers I would say, if you're working at a place that's toxic, keep notes. One of the free gems I can give you: keep notes. Whether if it's in your phone, whether if it's on a piece of paper, keep a notepad, keep notes. Have dates. Have dates. What led me to this is the day before I had got a call, because I was, we take calls there at the time. And I had got a call from a builder who got mad because a product that he placed the order in was supposed to get removed and it didn't. And he was trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong, and it delayed the process of his process. And so I got blamed for it. Wasn't even my mistake. Wasn't my call I took. I relayed a message to somebody, but it wasn't my person I was supposed to deal with at the time. Like, we had assigned people to deal with, and that wasn't my group of people. And so I was forced to take blame for something that wasn't even mine to do. So what I did, I just went up, y'all can have it. And I unpacked and I sent them a dissertation. Look, a dissertation. And deuce, I'm out. And the next day I got a call from my boss. And so, no, from her boss. Her boss. And so she says, yeah, Ashley, I take it this is your resignation. I said, yeah. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. She said, well, I don't see your resignation. I said, yeah, I sent it right along with the notes. She said, can you forward it to me? I said, yeah, I'll forward it back to you. Forward it back to her. And so then she says, and this is how I knew I've came to the end of the road. Most supervisors, or some supervisors, would have, hey, what happened? You want to come down? You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can come together and build a bridge of understanding and kind of rectify what has gone wrong, what had got lost in translation. That didn't happen. Homegirl told me, well, that was an improper leave, so I'm gonna put you on the do not rehire list. And I said, okay. I said, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it, and you have a great day. And she said, you too, and hung up. And I'm like, yeah, Spirit, that was the right thing to do. That was the best thing that I've ever done, was walk away. That was one of the hardest situations, but what it done for me was it restored my confidence in myself. It made me feel, it's like that whole experience validated that I am powerful in my own right. I am more. I'm so much more. And I'm so worthy of more. So why should I allow myself to get beat down, toe up, kicked, knocked down, made to feel little, made to feel smaller, just so I can keep a job? Yes. Do I have responsibilities? Yes. Do I have kids? Yes. Do I have a family at the time to take care of? Yes, absolutely. But should it come at a cost of my spirit? Should it come at a cost of my light? No, absolutely not. There's more than one way. More than one way. And so I took my chance. And so that night, I stayed up. I felt good, and I started applying to other jobs. And then soon after, I got my job that I, currently at now. But okay, talking toxic there too. But anyway, there's a little work abuse there too. But anyway, it's a lot of work abuse. But anyway, and the thing is, like I said, it has taught me to know that I am a leader in my own right. And it's okay to go by the beat of your own drum. And if you do have the support, you should go by the own beat of your own drum. You should. Because why should you be small to make somebody feel the illusion that they're bigger than they think they are? Like, what? So here is some ways that Excuse me, y'all, for messing with this headset, but I want to make sure that I can hear myself. Um, um, Here's some ways that you can begin to heal from work abuse. And like I said, here at the Eyam Queen Podcast, we believe in blending spirituality with practicality, everyday life, everyday issues, everyday things. And with spirituality, as I will always say, there is no right or wrong way. Spirituality is a lane for you. It is a carved path for you. It's up to you how you go by it. So if you are Christian, if you are religious or whatever you choose to be, that's perfectly fine. But you have to go through your path that best fit you. That's best aligned with what feels purposeful and healthy and powerful and peaceful for you. Number one, what helped me to heal and is healing from work abuse is acknowledging what has happened. In any form of abuse, any form of traumatic experiences, you have to acknowledge what you went through. It is a thing. That is a that. If it's a duck, it's a duck. Okay? Abuse is abuse. No matter what form of abuse it is, it's abuse. If you're working in a space where you feel undervalued, treated poorly, drained, every time you come in, you feel worse than you came. And then after, yeah. It's work abuse. And it is a thing. It is a thing. And I get it. Some of us only stand abuse when someone is fighting you. We only understand abuse if you are in a real predicament. But abuse can come in many ways. But work abuse, it is mental fuckery. It is emotional fuckery. And it is best to acknowledge the fact that you probably got your ass handed to you for no reason. All because somebody or somebody's wanted you to be, to feel like you are the small person so they can feel bigger than you. Because they're deeply insecure and deeply wounded. And they don't know what to do with that. The only thing they know what to do is just pour more hate, the gasoline of hate on you, and watch you burn. And then watch you kill yourself, not literally, unalive yourself, only for they to go out and get somebody else, another person of interest. The second thing is to stop minimizing your experience. Sometimes to get through the hardest situations, we get comfortable by just saying, it's okay. It's all right. It's cool. You're going to let shit slide. You're just going to let it go on. Like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's okay. They didn't mean that. That's not how I took it. And you do it out of survival because you're thinking, well, if I get pushed back, then I might lose my job. I might lose my opportunity. You should never be in an environment where you are fearful and you're walking on eggshells and you have to play the game in order for you to feel like you can make it another day. I have worked at some jobs where it just feel like you have to play the game in order to make it another day. Why? Because it's a lose-lose situation. You're going to lose anyway. They don't hire you to win. They're not hiring you to be a winner of the game. It's rigged. It's not about winning. It's about knowing that you are there to go in circles. You're part of an illusion. You're only there to look like a chess piece or a game piece, but you're not really there to win. You're not really there to get to the top. And maybe you might move up a little bit, but regardless, you're going to get capped. You're going to get put in your place one way or another. And so when you're thinking it like that, I like put my hand on top. When you're thinking of it like that, you have to just take a moment to reflect and just stop minimizing that. Yes, somebody harassed you. Yes, somebody attacked your character. Yes, somebody belittled you. Yes, you are tired. Yes, somebody came at you crazy. That definitely happened. Don't give no passes. No, it's okay to have boundaries at your job and within your career. It is okay. And I get it. Some of y'all gonna say, no, Eyam Queen. Nope. Can't have boundaries. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I suggest you study that policy book, because some of us don't. How many of us really read the policy book? Not too many of us read the policy book. But if you're working at a job, read that policy book. Please read that policy book. It will be a lifesaver. You know how many meetings I have went to in a HR meeting, highlighted, done copied a whole bunch of policy, the whole policy book. But maybe not whole, but the pages I needed to get my point across, and I highlighted. And you'll be amazed. Sometimes people in HR don't even know. Look, Mrs. Fixer Mike. Hold on, give me a second. Some people in HR don't even know half of the policy. And they get mad at you. They get mad at you when you know the policy book. I'm telling you, they be wanting to fight you. They really get on your ass. Now, let me see if I can get this. There we go. So keep that in mind. I used to make them mad. Oh yeah, you want to come for me? Okay, cool. Let's go. What Cardi B say? You want to go wrong for wrong? You want to go right for right? Let's go. I can go lick for lick. I'm going to come in here with this doggone paper. I'm going to come here with this book. Highlight it. Everything highlighted. With my notes. I'm going to start talking about shit that you like, wait a minute. What happened on June 1st? What happened on the 2nd? Oh, yeah. My notes is good. It's good. Some, they have them apps where you can transcribe stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go too far, but stop minimizing your experience. It is what it is. It happened. Okay. Reconnect with yourself outside of work. Ask yourself, who was I before I even got here? If music was your thing early in the morning, listen to music. If going on walks, going outside, talking to people, reconnect with who you was, because you give so much of yourself that you start to lose the very parts of you. You lose the very parts of you. And that's the hardest part. Bits and pieces of your soul and your spirit get lost at these jobs. And you don't even recognize yourself. And guess what? It's worse for your loved ones, because they don't even recognize you no more. You used to do your hair. Now you throw it in a ponytail. You used to show up for work in the best outfits. And now you just show up. You got like three pair of pants, 2 penny loafers, a blazer, and then basic makeup, and you come to work like that every day with the same rotative outfits on, because you like, fuck it, I don't even care no more. Like, no, don't lose yourself. In order to not lose yourself, constantly reconnect with yourself. Ask yourself, who were you? If you was a happy person before you got there, continue to fight for your happiness. If you was a peaceful person before you got there, continue to fight for your peace. If you're the type of person where you was spiritually grounded, continue to meditate and pray before you got into that place. Don't lose yourself for a small sacrifice. Because if you do it, it's going to be harder for you to get yourself back. Set boundaries. I told you, set boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries at your job or within your career. It is okay to tell people in a very professional way, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I don't think I can be able to stay late. Recently, no shade, I was told subtly to pretty much work for free. Excuse me? Who? Not I said the cat. I'm not. Straight up. You know what I said? Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to I don't think I'll be able to. Let me get back to you. You know another great way of saying no, but HR friendly way? Let me get back to you on that. You know what a lot of people do? Let me follow you up on that. Ain't no follow ups. Ain't no follow ups. Ain't nobody following up a damn thing. But that is the greatest HR way of saying no. Let me get back to you on that. Let me follow up on that. You ain't following up shit. You ain't considering. Let me consider that. I think we should go ahead and table it. And then before I get too far, let me go ahead and turn back turn back towards it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is such thing called HR jargon, I believe. It's HR jargon. And yeah, go look it up. They have so many ways of having boundaries and saying no. Like, it's okay. Can you come back from your lunch break early? Let me follow up with you on that, because I believe I might have to table that idea, or I might have to table that because of other demands. However you want to word it. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say I can't do it. It's okay to ask for help. But it's okay to have your bottom line down. Because one thing I do know, if you are the hardest working person there and you see everybody else coasting, everybody else chilling in the back, everybody else is just taking a lovely time, that's enough to drive you crazy. So I would say have your boundaries in place where people they know what you're going to give, and they know where your bottom line is. They gonna hate you for it. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna get mad at you for it, but hey, it is what it is. Start pouring back into yourself. How many of y'all have actually came off a job and gave yourself a hot bubble bath, or drink that one glass of good wine, pull that good wine out. Why wait till the weekend? Why you can't have a cup of good wine now? How many of y'all have actually, after work went golfing, or, took some time off, took a PTO day and actually enjoyed your PTO day, actually enjoyed your vacation? You just waiting for another shoe to drop for what? Pour back into yourself. If you're at a job where you can get your nails done, go get your nails done. Go get your feet did. Go get that pedicure. Go get that manicure. Go get that massage. Go to the spa. Go to the gym. Go talk to your loved ones. They ain't seen you since forever. Some of y'all like to wait till the holidays, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. For what? Go to the people's house. When you have time, make time. Pour back into yourself. What's the point in making all this money and can't enjoy it? You got all this nice shit in your house and you can't even enjoy it because you are so fearful. Fearful. You're so fearful. I said fearful. You're so fearful of something bad happening if you don't respond to that email, if you don't show up. Listen, You have to prioritize yourself, because if you don't learn to prioritize yourself, you are going to be on them people wheels running. You're going to be running. And what's the point in all that? So pour back into yourself. Journal, rest, pray, move your body, create, laugh again, enjoy life. Why are you stuck being a bump on the log because you so busy waiting for another shoe to drop? These people gonna keep doing what they've been doing. But you have to do what's best for you. You have to figure out what's next in line for you. Does that mean looking for another job? Perhaps. Look for another job. Keep looking for another job. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do for you. What they say, at the end of the day gonna end. Because the day is gonna end. And so why should the day end when you were still lost in the translation of life? You still in the struggle. It's not worth it, Miss Seeley. Not saying that you Miss Seeley, but it's not worth it. It's so not worth it. You gotta do what's best for you. You gotta put your best foot forward. So here are some affirmations that I want to leave with you. Tonight, I release the pain of attachments to toxic work environments. I deserve respect and healthy opportunities. I trust myself again. I choose peace over survival mode. My value is not determined by my productivity. I am worthy of environments that honor me. Okay? And if you want to know what my affirmations is, I'll go ahead and put it down below, because I want you to copy and paste, and I want you to take that with you, and I want you to say it every day. I want you to take a screenshot or do whatever you got to do so that can be your affirmations that you take with you. Because forget them people. Yes. It's all about your livelihood. Yes. All of that plays a part. All of that matters. Yes. All of that matters. But fuck them. Fuck them. With that being said, healing from work abuse is not about pretending that it didn't happen. Healing is allowing yourself to grieve what the experience was, to grieve what the experience took from you, and intentionally rebuilding what it tried to destroy. Your confidence, your voice, your peace, your joy. You survived the environment that was breaking you. Yeah. Now it's time. It's time. It's time to create. It's time to create a path that is meant for you. It's time to forge through a path that only you could have, the only one that you could walk through. It's time. It's time to stride. It's time to refocus. It's time to recalibrate. It's time to rebuild. It's time to tap in. It's time to create one that heals, a lane that heals for you. I want you to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what is currently going on in your life, know that you are protected. Know that you are guided. And no matter where your feet go, you're going to land in the space that you are meant to be. And hopefully And I pray and I hope that your feet land in the best, abundant, peaceful space you have yet to experience. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Eyam Queen Podcast. And if this episode has been a blessing to you, please like, share, and subscribe to your homegirls channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Drop down in the comments. I want to know how you feel. And please share it with someone who needs this message. Share. Tell a friend. Phone a friend. Okay? Until next time, protect your peace. Honor your healing. And remember, you deserve love. You deserve happiness. You deserve abundance. You deserve a amazing life. And most importantly, you deserve to choose yourself. All right, spiritual friends, it's been real. Peace, peace.